A very good evening to all those who are present here today. Thank you for attending this particular meeting. And during this meeting, we will be discussing where to have our annual general meeting. Basically, we'll be discussing the few possible venues, and as well, we'll be deciding on one particular venue for our club's annual general meeting. So before we start, let me just introduce our members have attended this meeting. Number one will be Dharvin Kalidasen, and second we'll have Bhisham Singh, and third of all we have Norhazlinda. So thank you all for taking your time to join this particular meeting. And without further ado, I would like to open the floor to our members here to suggest the suitable venues you think that we can have our annual general meeting of the club.
So I'll start with Alina. So hi Alina, and hi to other friends also. Okay, so I would prefer Nautical Lab to have our annual general meeting because it's quite spacious, and that's where the previous annual general meeting was also held. And the parking lot is also spacious, so it's easy for us to park and to handle all these things. And then the booking process is also very easy compared to other places because the staff is quite friendly with us and we know them very well. And besides that, the technical equipment in the nautical lab is also in a good condition and it's easy to be accessible. And after that, the lab is also open till late night and it depends on the president. So it will be quite flexible for us to use the lab. So I prefer nautical lab. So that's all from me, Alina.
Do anybody have any other suggestions?
I would like to suggest my point as well. By the way, I'm Bhisham. Hi to everybody. Okay, so I would suggest a venue called UMTCC. The reason why I suggest this venue is because one, there's a available parking space, and two, the facilities are quite up to date because there's many seminars room that can be used. For example, if anything happens, we can change from one seminar to another seminar. And then there's also an outside area for the participants to eat food, and also there's vending machines, and also booking process also I would say is okay, but you have to approach fewer people to book the place. It's not as smooth as the nautical lab, but other than that, I would say the facilities there is up to date and it's much more easier to conduct the meeting as well. And also can be used for late night until up to late the venue that we have booked. That is my opinion on choosing UMTCC.
Okay, thank you so much, Bisham. At this time, I would like to also agree with Bisham on his particular venue about UMTCC, but I would also like to disagree regarding Nautical Lab because I think Nautical Lab is a place to have meetings, but casual ones, but not necessarily formal ones. Because comparing UMTCC and Nautical Lab, I think UMTCC has much better facilities. But I will be also proposing another venue, which I think is also a good venue and as well as a feasible one. And before that, let's see why Nautical Lab is just not suitable. One, I think the main reason is it's far from our hostel area because we have to understand that there are first year students who do not have any sort of transport. So in that particular manner, for them to walk at night all the way from their hostel area to the Nautical Lab is not going to be feasible. And I think it's not safe as well. So that is one major reason why I do not agree with Nautical Lab. But without other than that, I would also like to suggest auditorium PSNZ, which is in our library. So this auditorium PSNZ almost caters to around 250 participants, and as well as it does have a big stage, and as well as all sorts of technical equipment such as the projector screen, speaker, mics, and everything is available. And as well as you can also use the space below the library alleyway for dinner purposes in case we were to have our annual general meeting proceeding with a dinner. So that space can be used as well. So looking at our number of club members and as well as lecturers in total, so I assume that place would be a feasible place for us to hold our annual general meeting. So that is my opinion. Do you all have any other opinions?
Hi, Alina.
Okay.
About the time there. So, how about the time there? Because before this, they usually close the Audi by 11 p.m. or 12 p.m. if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, let me
So, do you
just
think we can end the meeting before that?
Okay, let me just answer that. Sorry, Haslinda, for interrupting. I will give you your chance to voice out your opinion after I answer Darwin. So basically, the procedure to apply for the auditorium is anytime after 7 p.m. until 11 p.m. And usually and generally, annual general meeting only goes up to 2 hours. So that is an appropriate time for us to have our meeting. And I think it is within the time span or the curfew proposed by the library as well. So I think there should not be any problem regarding our time usage at the auditorium.
Thank you, Alina.
Okay, so I'll give the floor to Haslinda.
Okay. I partially agree with Alina, which is the auditorium is most suitable, which is it's more near for students to walk from campus. But I think it's still dangerous because we heard the annual general meeting at night. So I propose we make the meeting at the one Al-Falah, which is inside the campus itself. So which is better and easy for the student to come at night. This is because Dewan Al-Falah also provide speaker and any other equipment, which is table and chair, which is easy for us to hold the meeting at Dewan Al-Falah. Also, the Dewan is quite big, and we can have a dinner at the back area of the Dewan of the hall.
Okay, thank you so much for the opinion, Linda. Anybody would like to add anything else before we proceed?
Yes, I would like to add on. I want to ask Linda some questions. That the venue is it up to date with the latest equipment for the event that we're about to host? As same as in UMTCC, or is it just like a normal setup that we'll be doing? Can I know the details?
It's for Dewan Al-Falah, it's just a normal setup, which is we need to set up our own chairs and tables. But it's still considering the other factor, which is much near to the students' campus, which is safe at night, and also it's much easier to book the hall compared to UMTCC, which is for UMTCC we need to book much earlier. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Linda.
Okay, thank you so much, Linda. And if there is none other opinion from my members here today, we shall proceed with the voting session. Does everybody agree with that?
Yes, I think we can proceed with the voting session. Yeah.
Okay, so as you can see, from four of us, there are four opinions. The first one would be Nautical Lab. The second one would be UMTCC. And I myself proposed Auditorium, PSNZ. And as well as Linda has proposed Day One Al-Falah. So between these four venues, I would like to have a show of hands for those who are in favor for Day One Al-Falah. Okay, I see everybody agrees. Okay, thank you so much, Linda. So that is one vote. And we move on to UMTCC. So we have two show of hands. And what about Nautical Lab? Okay, that is also one vote for it. What about Auditorium PSNZ? So there is four votes, and everybody has unanimously agreed to this particular venue, which is Auditorium PSNZ. So we will be having our annual general meeting at Auditorium PSNZ, which is also the library auditorium. And we will meet you there. I will also ask the secretary to proceed with the booking of this particular auditorium. And with that being said, I would like to thank all the members attending for this particular meeting to decide on the venue for our annual general meeting. So do not forget to be present for our annual general meeting at Auditorium PSNZ Library. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alina. Bye-bye.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
guys.
Bye.
Thank you.